I feel like, what I do is a little bit beyond what a typical videographer does, because I want to go deeper.
But like, why do you really want to start a podcast?
A lot of people's diseases and physical struggles are through emotional stress that's never been resolved.
I'm proximate to my community, and I look like the people who I'm also serving outside of the law.
Most corporations or organizations come to me and the team for relationships. How do you start and sustain relationships?
So there are times when my clients have no clue what they want. They just know they need content. In every case, they just know they need video. They just don't know what it's supposed to look like, how it's supposed to be done. It happens. And honestly, I enjoy working with clients who have no clue. They have a blank slate. That means I get to kind of mold them and kind of let them know what to expect, so they don't have any unrealistic expectations about what goes into the process. There was one situation. I was recently able to travel with some clients, and this was a great experience for me because I learned a lot just by watching that and being there amongst all those people. But in this situation, the clients reached out to me originally because they knew they needed a videographer. It was going to be allowed. It was encouraged that they bring someone. It was a conference they were going to, conference, branding, seminar. They had a lot of stuff going on. It was in Michigan. Traveled up there, but initially they reached out to me and said they need a videographer, and my job is from there to figure out what's the video for, what are we planning to get out of this, what is that content supposed to look like, what are you guys' expectations? So they didn't know. So then it's my job to let them know. Like, basically, in the proposal, I told them what I would like to do. So I knew we were going to be staying in the same hotel. It was going to be a bunch of people a lot of people they don't know. And it was going to be a conference with a lot of people. It was out at one venue. So in the proposal, I propose, hey, if you know anybody that's going to be there in advance, like, schedule a time where we can get with them and interview them, whether it be at the venue where the event is or at the hotel, if y'all going to be staying in the hotel. Otherwise, we can get people randomly as y'all meet them and speak to them, because it'd be great. Like, having me follow you around with no, just following you around while you're walking through or getting in and out and carrying stuff, that's not going to get you what you need, because, it's just B-roll. Like, you need some substance. We need some substance. So that was my goal, to capture. We need to capture something that you guys can use. So we need interviews. We need content. We need you guys speaking with other people and talking about their experiences and what they do and how they are. These are collaborations, which is one of my 5 pillars of high-level content, collaborations. So I encourage, that's what I put in proposal. Like, listen, let's get some people together, either before, after, during the event, at the hotel, same thing at the venue, either before, during, after, however. I'll get them mic'd up. We'll get this content and you guys can use it. So that's what we did. We were there, and it took a little bit of me coaching them and encouraging them and a little directing them, saying, hey, you need to talk to this person. Hey, come talk to this person. Let me get you guys mic'd up. Let's film this. Even to where I was telling them what questions they should ask. Like, hey, ask this, or go with this. Kind of lean towards this with your question a little bit. Just so we can get more in-depth answers and responses and things like that. So that's what we did. We got a lot of great interviews, talked to some great people, some interesting people. Like I said, I learned a little bit, kind of changed the way why I want to kind of work more with coaches and consultants after visiting that event. But that's what we did. We captured the interviews, several of them. And then what we were able to do with this is cut this stuff up into YouTube videos. Where they get several videos that will be branded to them. Nice little intro. And then, furthermore, social media clips. So I cut up into vertical video for them to use. And so now they got YouTube, they got social media. So it gave them a lot more content than what they were used to. And it tackled another pillar of mine for the high-level content, which is professionally produced. Another one, which goes beyond social media. And then you got the collaboration. So 3 pillars of the high level content were tackled just like that. Professionally produced, go beyond social media, and collaboration. So they were able to get that done. We could have taken it a step further if, depending on what they had going on as far as their market. If it were me, I would have tried to get these interviews the audio at least onto a podcast platform. Like, hey, we can record the intros, outros later. We can do that. Let's just get the meat of the conversation right here, and we can deal with other stuff later. But that would have been great to put on a podcast. So now they have even more ways of searchability and people coming in and just taking people beyond social media. So that's what it's all about. Just they got more content, more places, which brings more attention to them, hopefully. So it was a great time. I think they liked the way the content came out. Like I said, they weren't even expecting. They didn't even know what was going to happen, what was going to look like, what it was going to sound like until I sent it to them. And they were able to see it. And now, like I said, they have content on multiple platforms. So that's that. Like, I feel like, you know, what I do is a little bit beyond what a typical videographer does, because I want to go deeper. I want to take my clients deeper. I want to take them deeper with their audience. And regardless of what happens when we're working together, when we're not working together, when we're done, when it's all said and done, they still have content that they can lean on that's going to work for them long term and not just social media. Like, they have content out there. It looks good. It sounds good. This content is going to continue to work with them. And that's something I try to make sure, you know, I do with all my clients. Let's go deeper than just the social media. You know, if they don't know, let's figure out what the options are. Let's see what we're working with as far as venue, and let's make something happen. I'm always going to be prepared. You know, I can put microphones on people. You know, I ain't have any lights, but we made do. I had some little pocket light. Well, I don't know where it is, but, you know, it was able to help us out in some way. So my fellow videographers out there, you got to be able to take your clients a little bit higher. I mean, I'm sure it made my clients uncomfortable for that. But in the end, that discomfort is what's going to produce that great content. I got to take them out of their comfort zone. Their comfort zone would have been just having me film them as they're walking through the venue or having conversations. But no, y'all need to talk to these people, because these collaborations can lead to other things. So I hope they got a lot out of it, because I did. I learned a lot. And this is why you need somebody like me helping you, because, I mean, I don't know, like a typical videographer probably wouldn't have been able to pull that off. Matter of fact, I saw other guys, you know, other people bring in their video guys, and these guys wouldn't even have microphones on their camera. It's like, there's no way they're going to be able to use this content. One guy had one mounted on top of his camera, but it wasn't nowhere near them. So he's standing back 6 feet away from them. You know, maybe he got some decent audio, I don't know, but it could have been better. Like, I was actually putting the microphones on my clients. That it was an inconvenience for them it was an inconvenience to them for like 30 seconds while I was getting the microphones, but that 30 seconds yielded some great content. So it was worth it to wait. So that's why you got to work with somebody who's experienced, who knows content, not just knows how to shoot video, but knows content, knows what's needed, what's necessary, how to use it, how to distribute it, and how to leverage it to grow a brand, a business, authority, a community, an audience, and get this money. If I hadn't said that. Media mogul, baby. I'm just get this money.